night falls in Singapore, the track starts to warm up, and it'll be red hot by the time we find out who's on pole for tomorrow's race. Time to set the grid then. Welcome along to qualifying here in Singapore.
Hello there everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back once again to my F1 24 career mode journey. This is Singapore. This is for the Singapore Grand Prix, round 12 of season 2. Just a few races left to go now and we're really making a charge towards Charles Leclerc, who is the championship leader. It is Ferrari versus Ferrari for the title, with Lando Norris having an outside shot of giving it a go. And in Q1 we have managed to put ourselves P2 just behind Leclerc. So Leclerc setting the early bar in Q1, but both of us getting very comfortably through, and Norris could only manage 5th. So far so good for us, but we need to carry this momentum now as we're in Q2. And you know what, this lap feels pretty decent as well, as we attack the chicane with everything we got, and just leaning on the outside curb there. Try not to hit the curb on the outside, otherwise we'll end up having a spin here, and that's going to be P3. So Verstappen topping it, Leclerc second, but then Norris and Alonso improved, knocking Leclerc down to 4th, but we still made it through. And now Q3, now charging to set the fastest possible lap we can, heading towards the chicane. Bang! Nail that first apex, nail that second. We don't quite lean on the outside curve there. Heading round the left-hander. Where are we going to put it? The answer is P3. So we are on the second row of the grid here at Singapore. Opportunities can come to us from there. I feel like we've got the pace to go after P2 and maybe even have a go at P1. Verstappen though, untouchable in that. From Q2 onwards, nobody was getting near him. Fernando Alonso then joining him on the front row, and it's myself and Lando Norris on the second row, and Charles Leclerc could only manage 6th. That could prove to be critical in the championship fight.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Things have changed slightly around the Marina Bay circuit, with 4 corners removed between turns 16 and 19. It means the lap length is now just over 3 miles, and that might come as a welcome relief to the drivers, and more especially their brakes. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sunshine, Norris, Perez, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Hamilton, Ocon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Sainz, Gasly, Joe, Albon, Hülkenberg, Magnussen and Théo Pourchaire. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
At all, but if we're going to win it, we're going to need some very special performances in every one of those 3, and it starts here. Let's see what we can do today.
P3 on the grid and 31 laps of one of the toughest races on the calendar, and we get that underway now. It's a good start, well, not that good a start by Verstappen, it's very mid. Alonso going down the inside, taking the lead, but Verstappen trying to sweep round. He does sweep round and he retakes P1. So it looked like Alonso was going to lead, but Verstappen nailing turn 1 and retaking that. Alonso in second. I probably should have been a bit braver there and had a go, but we're still in P3. Leclerc moves up to 4th, so he's had a great start from his position on the grid. Alonso having a look at Verstappen. I tell you what, this could be quite a dicey race if these two keep battling. but it's Verstappen, Alonso, myself. Perez moves up into 4th, and Leclerc drops to 5th. So Perez retakes 4th, and I'm just trying to settle into a rhythm here. But these two are starting to break away from me a little bit here, so we need to find some time in Sector 2. I do not want to be losing out. Lap 2 then, Alonso all over the back of Verstappen, and I'm right there as well. But the three of us, well, we're getting very clear of Perez, so the three of us already in our own race. And look at Alonso getting very close to the back of Max Verstappen. Oh, this could be a dicey little fight, and I'm here for it. Heading into the hairpin for the second time, trying to find a little pocket of time on Fernando Alonso. Is he going to have a look at Verstappen here? He probably had a bit of a think about it, but he had to back out. And this is where you have the 4th DRS zone IRL not added to the game yet. And Alonso's blown up! Alonso's engine letting go dramatically there. Oh, that has killed what could have been a very entertaining fight between Verstappen and Alonso. Oh, that's ruined that. I was really looking forward to a good three-way fight there. But Alonso out of the race already. And now this sets me straight after Max Verstappen. And on lap 4, we are putting the Red Bull driver under some serious pressure. We've now got DRS. Let's activate overtake and see what we can do from here. We have a look down the inside. Verstappen says, not on your life, sunshine. And has me covered for now. But the gap under half a second. So we're really pushing the Red Bull now. And I think I've just got the overall pace in this Ferrari. But there's a long way to go ahead of us yet. And I'm trying to stay as close as I can. Lap 5 then, here we go. Less than half a second separating us as we go into the DRS point. Draining what's left of the battery. Verstappen, is he going to be able to cover? He has it covered there. We didn't have enough battery or enough straight to make the move work there. But looking back, it looks like Leclerc and Perez are having their own little battle. But we're pulling ever clearer on lap 5. Jamming the brakes up. Look how close I'm getting to Max here. I don't think he's going to appreciate just how close I'm getting. Here is Charles Leclerc then. And this is going to be the battle for 3rd. This is going to be him taking Sergio Perez. So Leclerc getting right up the rear of the Red Bull. Is he going to have a look down the inside? Or is he going to have to take the outside? No, he has to take the outside. And he nearly clobbers the wall doing so. But Charles Leclerc moving up into 3rd. So it's looking pretty good for Ferrari at this early stage. Meanwhile, I'm applying all the more pressure to Verstappen to make it even better for Ferrari. We've got a 2-3 at the moment. Can I make it a 1-3? Verstappen covers the inside. We're going to go to the outside. Sweep round and take P1. So we have taken the lead of this Singapore Grand Prix from Max Verstappen. Verstappen covering with everything he could. But we just had so much better momentum there. And we had that bit more bravery on the brakes, which enabled us to take the lead. Thank you, I'm off into the distance. Meanwhile, this is Charles Leclerc coming under pressure from Sergio Perez. And this is Charles Leclerc going wide and losing a position to Sergio Perez. But they're still side by side, so Leclerc trying to fight him. Now we're coming into the left-hander. Still side by side. Leclerc not willing to give this up. They stay side by side for a bit longer. And Lando Norris is looking, just thinking, is there any way I can go here? Leclerc goes deep again. Perez still trying to take the position. And Perez takes it after Leclerc went deep for a second time. And he lost the place. But unseen by us, Leclerc able to take P3. As I manage the gap to Verstappen at the stage, it's just about 2 seconds. But we are going pretty quick. And it's now time to pit. And hopefully it's a solid, no drama stop, and that is exactly what we have. Thank you very much, boys. Send me back into the race. Leclerc staying out another lap as we slowly drive to the exit of the pit lane. We're currently looking at being ahead of Verstappen. Ocon, though, getting ahead. He is yet to pit. Hopefully we can have Ricciardo between myself and Verstappen, but no, that doesn't happen. Ricciardo getting quite comfortably ahead. But the gap to Verstappen has now gone up to 5.5 seconds. So we are fully charging in this race. And I don't think Max Verstappen is going to have an easy job of catching us. Look at this move though. Round the outside of Ricciardo. That was sheer bravery. And I just wanted that done so I could clear the pack that haven't pitted yet and not lose too much time fighting cars that I don't necessarily need to be fighting. Lap 18, we're leading Verstappen by 6.5 seconds. Perez 20 behind, and we set a fastest lap for good measure as well. We're just unstoppable in this race. I don't think there's anything that can stop me here. Meanwhile, Leclerc, he did lose out in the pits. Perez managed to get up to third, but Leclerc is battling, or watching, should I say. Hamilton and Norris have their own battle. Hamilton's trying to go around the outside of Norris. They're side by side, and Leclerc is just watching this unfold. Hamilton gets ahead of Norris. Is Leclerc going to be able to get ahead of Norris? Both of them get the DRS on. Leclerc looking to the inside, but it's going to become the outside. Is he going to be able to sweep round the McLaren? Yes, he is. Charles Leclerc moving back up into 5th place ahead of Lando Norris. So Charles Leclerc moving his way back up again. And now on lap 21, he is on the back of Lewis Hamilton for P4. Can Charles Leclerc take it? DRS activate. And getting really, really close to Lewis Hamilton, nearly losing it there as he goes one side, then he goes the other, but no overtake possible there. Now we head on to lap 22. Next time round, is there a move on here? Leclerc once again activates DRS, riding on board with him, nearly hitting the wall again, switching to the outside, and this time the Monegasque gets his man and moves up into P4. But look at this, it's 21 seconds to the good, and we did hear in our ear a few laps previously that Max Verstappen has got a problem with his car, and he's gonna be slow, so we've been dropping back 2 seconds a lap as a result of that for about 5 laps now. We've just got this one in the bag, haven't we? We don't even need to push. We just need to cruise this one to the end, and what a championship fight back this is really turning into. We won the Italian Grand Prix. We won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And we're looking set to make it 3 in a row here. Kissing the barrier, so we just have to be careful. But look at the gap to Verstappen. It's nearly half a minute. In this race, we have just been in our own league, really. It's like we've been racing another formula as we head down the straight, heading to the right-hander to begin sector 3. Like I said, it's just been a dominant showing. And with this win, we should take the lead of the driver's standings. And that'll be a great way to go into the final 4 races of Season 2. But it's not 1, it's not 2, it's 3 race wins in a row here at Singapore!
Just want to say, thanks to all the haters. This one's for you.
That's 3 wins in a row, mate. Unbelievable work.
It's never easy to make it across the finish line here in Singapore, but they've done so with some style here today to take a remarkable victory.
Wow, that's 3 wins in a row. They really are on a roll now and really building great momentum. They're clearly one to look out for.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there. absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
And that hat-trick of wins will do nicely as we set a fastest lap as well. So we gain that extra point, another 26 points taken from a Grand Prix. Verstappen having to settle for second. Perez third. Leclerc could not best fourth in the end. And I think stayed out a couple of laps too long on his strategy and ended up losing out. Hamilton is fifth. Piastri is sixth. Stroll seventh. Russell eighth. And then it's Tsunoda and Norris rounding out your top 10. So there you have it. We now lead the drivers' standings by 4 points. It is very tight still, but we now have that championship lead over our teammate. Lando Norris is third and losing some ground now, so it really is just a 2-horse fight between the two Ferrari drivers. How will this one end up? I do not know. Verstappen holding on to fourth, Russell fifth, then it's Alonso, Piastri, Perez, Hamilton and Stroll completing your top 10 in the Drivers' Championship. I'm just glad to have taken the lead, and I'm hoping that in further races we can build on that. And in the Constructors' Championship, well, we're just untouchable really, aren't we? And it's a matter of when over if we become Constructors' Champions. I think we can do that in the next race, which is at Brazil. Well, thank you for watching this instalment of Career Mode. Don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content from me. I'm sorry this hasn't been the most interesting of races, but do leave a like anyway. And until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care, see you all soon, and enjoy the rest of your day.